But, I think my learns were to continue to give yourself with Heads Together was tremendous. I'm very excited to be able to work on initiatives.
Oh my god, you guys. Meghan Markle thought she was about to own Paris Fashion Week, her big Royal Meets Hollywood comeback moment. But what actually happened? A complete jaw-dropping meltdown of her image right before the world's eyes. One unfiltered photo, just one, and the internet went wild. She walked into that Balenciaga show with her chin high, convinced she was stepping back into the spotlight. But within hours, that comeback had turned into a nightmare. Plastic surgeons from London to California started zooming in on her face like detectives at a crime scene. And what they uncovered wasn't just shocking, it was unforgettable. Her nose, her eyes, her jawline, even the way her earlobes sat, it all screamed one thing. This wasn't aging gracefully. This wasn't good genes. This was something else entirely, and the craziest part? This transformation didn't just happen overnight, it's been unfolding right under everyone's noses for years. We were all fooled until those Paris photos shattered the illusion.
About the nose of the beautiful Meghan Markle, the defining characteristic of Meghan's nose.
Before we dive into the jaw-dropping breakdown of what surgeons actually found, just wait till you see the comparisons. They're insane. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop a like because what's coming will make your jaw drop. Literally, let's break it down. Those unfiltered Balenciaga shots, they spread faster than wildfire. Within minutes, Meghan's perfectly curated, flawless image, the one she'd been crafting for years, was gone. Just like that. No filters, no studio lights, no retouching. Just Meghan. Raw and real. And honestly, it wasn't the Meghan anyone recognized. Look closely. Compare her from 5 years ago, 39 years old, to now at 44. Something's off. In some ways, she looks younger. Her skin seems tighter, her jaw more defined, but it's almost too perfect. The symmetry is off. Her jawline is sharp, unnaturally so. And those cheeks?
Hey besties, let's talk about Meghan. And my entertainment.
Hollowed out, sunken, like someone turned her face into a filter in real life. Except this isn't Photoshop. This is her actual face. And the pros, they noticed instantly. Plastic surgeons, real ones, jumped on live streams, breaking it all down frame by frame. A top UK surgeon said her eyes looked lifted, her jaw tightened, her neck pulled. Over in California, another expert echoed the same. These aren't skincare results. This is surgery. Upper and lower blepharoplasty, meaning eyelid work? Check. Face and neck lift? Check. The telltale pulled skin, the short recovery-style swelling, the high-arched almond eyes that were never there before. Then the nose, so much more refined. Narrower bridge, smoother slope, sharper tip. That's rhinoplasty, clear as day. And that little detail hardly anyone noticed. The shorter space between her nose and upper lip, with more pink lip showing. That's a lip lift. Everything lines up like a puzzle you didn't know existed. But here's the detail that truly stunned everyone. Her earlobes. Yeah, earlobes. Tiny, right? Except surgeons noticed they'd moved slightly higher, tighter against her face.
Yes, I am high maintenance, but I think you gotta be. And frankly, I'm very...
That's the calling card of facelift incisions. It's one of those microscopic giveaways you can't hide once you know what to look for. And let's be real, this wasn't some overnight, oops, I woke up flawless situation. No, this was strategic. Months, maybe years of carefully timed procedures, each one planned like stages in a royal campaign. You don't wake up one day with an entirely restructured face. This was a blueprint. Back in her 20s, Meghan was radiant. Soft cheeks, warm freckles, that approachable charm. A girl you'd bump into at a coffee shop and actually talk to. Her face had life, warmth, humanity. But the Meghan we see now, she's someone else.
Some sort of nose job or plastic surgery? That is the question I have been asking my...
When suits hit big, that's when the subtle tweaks started creeping in. Sharper features, smaller nose, more angular chin. Her teeth got impossibly white. The Hollywood kind of white that practically glows in the dark. It wasn't drastic enough to raise alarms back then, but looking now? Oh, it's obvious. Hollywood insiders were whispering already. A little work here, a tweak there, a soft rhinoplasty, a dab of filler. The standard climb up the beauty ladder from TV pretty to a global star. She was reinventing herself piece by piece. But then came the royal era, and everything changed again. Gone was the Hollywood sparkle.
Meghan is acting again, and you'll never guess who she's playing.
Suddenly she had this polished porcelain duchess look, understated but unnervingly perfect. The freckles vanished. That golden undertone in her skin flattened into something almost airbrushed. Every inch of her face looked like it had been refined within an inch of its life. And somehow that became her royal identity. Her face became her brand, updated and relaunched like a product every few years. New role, new face, new chapter, new version. And because it all happened so gradually, nobody noticed. Not really. When you mix rapid weight loss with facial procedures, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Instead of looking young and refreshed, she looked exhausted. The spark, the warmth, that human softness, all gone. Her face wasn't glowing, it was gasping. Fans who once adored her natural charm now whispered, "She looks unwell."
Meghan Markle just debuted a new nose in her birthday post. That's the question.
And here's the heartbreak. She probably thought she'd nailed the reinvention, that this was her big, breathtaking rebirth. But to everyone else, it looked like a warning sign flashing red. She'd crossed the line from refinement to obsession. What should have been her comeback turned into a chilling cautionary tale. What happens when you chase perfect until it breaks you? Because here's the cold, brutal truth. When your entire worth depends on looking perfect, you end up destroying yourself in the process. Paris didn't just expose a face, it exposed a soul unraveling. And the public, they didn't hold back. Comments poured in like a tidal wave. She looks older, not younger. What has she done to her face? She ruined herself chasing fame. Even her loyal defenders, the ones who always jumped to shield her, fell silent.
Prince Harry utterly shocked as Meghan Markle's face disfigured after plastic surgery fails.
And that silence spoke louder than any insult. The woman who once radiated confidence and empathy now looked cold, mechanical, drained, like a mannequin trying to remember how to smile. Her warmth gone, her sparkle gone, her humanity gone. And here's what made people so angry. The hypocrisy of it all. This is a woman who's built her entire empire preaching self-love and authenticity. She's talked endlessly about owning your flaws, embracing your imperfections, and loving yourself as you are. But then those Paris photos dropped and boom, the illusion shattered. People didn't care that she'd aged. No one's angry about wrinkles or time. What broke the internet was the lie she had spent years telling everyone else to love themselves, all while quietly carving, sculpting, and editing herself into someone unrecognizable. The disconnect between her words and her face was impossible to ignore. Fans who once defended her now felt betrayed because it wasn't just about beauty. It was about integrity. The woman who had championed mental health and body positivity was now the poster child for everything she claimed to fight against. It was heartbreaking. She could have been the example, the one who aged gracefully, who showed that confidence and kindness were stronger than filters or fillers. Instead, she became another Hollywood cautionary tale.
In here minding my business today, and my phone started going bloop, 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 because apparently Meghan Markle showed her face.
And let's be real, this pattern isn't new for Meghan. If you look closely, every version of her tells the same story. When her career hits turbulence or her reputation takes a hit, she doesn't reflect. She rebrands. New haircut, new narrative, new controversy, new rebirth. It's the same movie on repeat, just with different lighting. When Suits ended, face changed. When royal life got messy, look evolved. When Hollywood comeback struggled, bam, another transformation. She never confronts the problem, she edits it out. She doesn't rebuild, she reshapes. Experts have a name for it now: image addiction. The constant obsessive need to perfect the reflection instead of working on the person behind it.
Markle went under the knife before her Paris disaster trip.
It's like she's addicted to the idea of her own filtered self, constantly tweaking, adjusting, deleting, until she becomes an idea rather than a person. Because you can't hide that with makeup or filters or even surgery. That's what broke the spell. She didn't just lose control of her image, she lost control of her story. And the one thing Meghan Markle has never been able to do is let go. Let go of control. Let go of perfection. Let go of the idea that to be loved, she has to look flawless. Because if she ever did, if she ever truly allowed herself to be human again, it would be the most shocking transformation of all, no surgeon required. So what now? She'll reinvent again. That's who she is. Another look, another narrative, another attempt to win back the spotlight. But every comeback is starting to feel more like a cry for help, and the world's not cruel, it's just tired. Tired of the act, tired of the edits, tired of watching a woman who could have been so powerful lose herself in her own reflection. She wanted to be unforgettable, and she is, just not for the reasons she hoped. Because Meghan Markle's story isn't about aging or surgery or fame, it's about the price of perfection and how chasing it can cost you the only thing that ever really mattered: yourself. So, at the end of it all, maybe Paris wasn't her fault. Maybe it was her mirror moment. The instant where the mask finally cracked and the world saw what's been hidden for years. A woman so desperate to be everything that she forgot how to just be someone. And honestly, that's the real tragedy.